Blah, hello, and welcome to a spooky special episode of Turtle Power Pod with your hosts. Say your name.
My name is Basem.
And my name is Cranny Lugosi. Or played Dracula. I thought maybe that'd work, or I could go with
I could dig that.
And I am the Vampire. Ooh.
It's so spooky.
And I am Bella Cranny.
Great.
Let's use whichever, or I don't know, outtakes. I don't care. Hey guys, we're back. It's Halloween.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna throw a two-parter your way.
Yeah, we are.
A spooky two-part episode based on 4 turtle episodes.
So we talked about this last Halloween. There's not really a Halloween episode in the original show.
Yeah.
So last year we did one from the 2002 series.
Now, from the future.
From the distant year 2012.
We bring you the exciting adventures of
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
In the case of Savanti Romero.
The curse. So
did I say case?
Yes.
Case is funnier.
So we're watching an entire arc.
It's a 4-episode arc.
Yeah, it starts with season 5, episode 14, and then it's 15, 16, 17. And the first episode is called The Curse of Savanti Romero.
And that's kind of the arc name too, I think.
Yeah.
Because Savanti is what brings it all together.
Yeah, I think the arc might be the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
But they could have just changed the title of the show a little bit.
So the only other episode of the new series that I've seen is the last crossover episode we watched.
Yeah.
That's the one and only I've seen. So I didn't know if like all of them started with Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You have no reference.
I have no frame of reference.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But so today we're going to probably split it into 2 parts, and
2 parts.
So we're going to basically jump right in it. But first, we have a new Patreon donor.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. If you go to Turtle Power, if you go to patreon.com/turtlepowερpod and you donate $1 or more, you get fabulous rewards.
Yeah, if you donate a minimum of $2, you get a shot and you get to vote on the pizzas. And guess what? We're also doing a pizza. We got fucking jelly beans and mushrooms up in this shit.
Yep, our patrons voted, and that's what they wanted. So that's what happens. If you want to vote, you can join and do it.
And to make the pizza, we have to buy a lot of shit we don't want to buy. So thank you so much to our patrons for supplying us the funds necessary to make the gross pizza that we're going to eat strictly for your benefit. I'm not getting anything out of this.
In fact, we get reverse things.
Yeah, we get consequences.
Yeah.
Jelly bean and mushroom, it doesn't look good.
But I guess we'll find out. And that video should be coming out soon.
But we do have a shot for our good friend Nathaniel.
Nathaniel is
Mr. NPC.
A fantastic guy. You were friends with him already.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
And we were actually on his podcast, Have Movies Will Game.
He's an amazing dungeon master for like anything you want, but he makes his own games. And
he has a couple published, right?
He has a couple published.
Yeah.
Moto Bushido. It's samurais on motorcycles. It sounds as cool as it is.
It is as cool as it sounds.
It is as cool as it sounds.
So this shot is for Nathaniel. I'm doing some vodka. Cranston is doing some beer.
I'm going to do some vodka.
Oh, you're going to do some vodka?
I'm going to wait until... we're going to do it separately because we have 1 shot glass out right now.
It's the Venom shot glass.
It's a good shot glass. My buddy Chris gave me that
It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, so bottoms up to Nathaniel's bottom.
You can check out Nathaniel's podcast, Have Movies Will Game. Basically, they take...
Keep this in.
Oh, I'm going to pour my own shot. I need like the tiniest amount. I'm very hungover.
This will help.
It will not.
I think it will. That's science.
Basically, they watch movies, and then they're like, hey, how would that work as a role-playing game? And then they act it out. It's fun.
And we were on there talking about the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah. And, we ended up talking about the Turtles RPG that we already have played on air. So, yeah. It's good shit. Check it out. If you like nerdy stuff, and of course you do, you're listening to us, you should check it out.
Last time I was in a liquor store, Casey wanted me to get her gin, and they were taste testing gin and vodka for this small company called Swallowtail, made in Willamette Valley, Oregon, which is, in the same state.
Willamette Valley.
Willamette Valley.
Did you notice the UPC?
No. Oh, it looks like an Oregon.
It's the shape of Oregon.
It looks like Oregon.
It looks like Oregon.
Instead of drink responsibly, it says savor sensibly.
If you were really tall, that's what Oregon would look like.
That's true. If you were hundreds of miles tall.
Probably more than that. But yeah.
Cranston, do the shot.
I'm going to do the shot, but I'm going to savor it sensibly.
So not a shot then?
I guess not. That is very smooth.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's a little fruity. It's really good vodka.
Yeah, the gin that they make,
Man.
which I didn't get the gin.
This may be some of the best vodka I've ever had.
The gin is like distilled with like lavender and everything. It's got like really weird, fun notes in there. It's not bitter like a lot of gin is, like in your face.
They use juniper.
They do. They have a bunch of stuff in there. I don't know. She said it all, and then
I found this juniper flavored gin one time, and it wasn't as good as regular gin. Hey, we're going to be right back with another spooky episode.
Oh, so spooky, scary.
Okay, we love you. Be back in a moment. Whew, we are back. Ugh, we just did the jelly bean mushroom pizza.
Yep.
Ugh,
it was awful.
horrible.
It was real bad.
You
didn't. It didn't look like you were close to throwing up, but it looked.
I wasn't close to throwing up, but
You were definitely having gagging issues.
you know what it felt like? It felt like I had poison in my mouth.
Yeah.
And it felt like if I swallowed it, I would be killing myself. Like, I wasn't going to throw up, but I went on pure instinct.
To spit it up.
To just, like, my body was like, no!
I could still taste the crispy
I know.
the crispy jelly bean candy on my... I didn't taste the mushrooms at all.
No!
Which
The
is
mushrooms
fine
are
because
fucking-
I don't like mushrooms.
I'm okay about mushrooms. Man, yeah, the mushrooms could... You know what? If we would have...
And we put a lot of mushrooms on there.
We put a ton.
We did not skimp on it.
There was no bite that didn't have mushroom on it.
Or jelly beans.
Or jelly beans, unfortunately.
Man, we packed that thing.
The jelly bean didn't matter. It's the fact that the coating... I think it's the coating oozing off and then solidifying.
Caramelizing.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
And then it like burnt. It's so hard to explain.
Try it.
Try it yourself. If you like ruining pizza and jelly beans.
And your mouth.
And your mouth. Well,
We watched
4
episodes.
4 episodes.
The first one being The Curse of Savanti Romero. Now, Savanti Romero is from a previous episode.
Yeah, he
That you
directed
didn't-
those zombie movies.
Not quite. He
What do you mean?
He is a character in the show that looks like a demon.
That also directed Day of the Dead and
Oh.
Dawn of the Dead.
My bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
Savanti A. Romero. Savanti, quotation marks, George A. Romero. I think.
That might be it. I might be wrong.
One of us is definitely wrong. That we can say for certain.
So, in a previous episode, Cranston, you don't know this.
I don't know this.
Until I told you.
You're going to enlighten me and the listening audience. Bless you.
Yes.
Bless you, Natalie.
In a previous episode, there was some time travel stuff. And it turns out that there's this people from the future called the Time Masters who go around making sure time is not fucked with, I guess. Whatever. Cranston is still cringing.
I'm literally drinking cold, old coffee just to get any other taste in my mouth
Yeah.
than what I'm experiencing.
So Renette is a young apprentice time master that Michelangelo's in love with. And she's stopping the antics of Savanti Romero, who is a disgraced, exiled time master.
She's doing the best she can.
Yeah, but she's clumsy. She doesn't know everything yet, that kind of stuff. Now, that has nothing to do with how this episode starts. This episode starts with us in Halloween.
Yes. We're not going to do a breakdown this time.
Correct.
Because unlike most Turtle episodes, we actually have content.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're actually going to have to try to be a normal podcast for a change.
So go ahead and watch these episodes if you want.
If you want.
They're pretty good.
They're definitely, yeah, I thought they were pretty good. They're definitely not bad. I don't know if it's worth a 2-hour commitment. Less than that. What is that, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was worth an hour and a half commitment, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, at least the first one. I mean, but it is a full arc, so you don't have to watch the whole season. It's nice.
Here's a life pro tip for anyone out there. If you're struggling through anything and life seems hopeless, you feel trapped, watch an episode of the 1987 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and then literally watch anything else.
Everything will be like a ray of sunshine.
Everything compared to the 1987
Emmy winning
for the most part. There are a few gems of episodes, but for the most part, you're just gonna feel better about yourself because you're like, wow, at least I'm not 1987 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bad.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's literally correct.
So it opens with Casey Jones and April trick-or-treating, and they're, I think, too old to trick-or-treat.
And they open they're because, well, I don't know, they're at least towards the end of their time they should be trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I mean, they are dressed up.
And this version they're teenagers.
Correct.
So, they're either like,
well, in every version they're teenagers, but this one they're acting like teenagers. They're not like teenagers who are like acting like 30-year-olds.
Well, April O'Neil is definitely not a teenager in the our version.
Correct, absolutely. No, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Turtles.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So yeah, Casey Jones and April O'Neil
are also teenagers.
Are teenagers
yes.
in this? Yes. So they are trick or treating. I don't know what age specifically, but they look like freshmen or like late middle school.
Yeah.
So definitely right on the time where like they should be thinking about whether or not they should be trick or treating. Yes. Like they should be asking those questions.
Absolutely. Casey Jones is dressed as himself,
but dark. He's like if Casey Jones and the Crow had a passion baby.
No, that's how he looks. That's how he dresses.
Oh. Well, minus 10 points to Gryffindor.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And April O'Neil is supposed to be Mr. T, I think?
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know what it is, but she has a cap with a mohawk on it.
Yeah, I thought that
like
was
a bald cap.
I thought that was her whole costume.
Yeah, it's not a very good costume.
It's not.
Which further lends the credence that they shouldn't be trick-or-treating.
No. But they do go to this, what I would call a rapist Charlie Brown's house. Because he's like this old bald dude that looks really unhappy.
And he's got like, that kind of pattern on his chest, like shirt, like Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I figured that was his costume.
But he slams the door on him, and I couldn't tell if that's because he thinks they're too old or if he's just not into trick-or-treating.
He must just not be into trick-or-treating.
Then why open the door?
Get your priorities straight, man.
Also,
don't wear a Charlie Brown sweater.
Maybe that's just his sweater.
Well, don't get the Charlie Brown pattern.
Why are they knocking on his door when he doesn't have a jack-o'-lantern or anything? That's Halloween 101.
Well, I always understood it's like if the light is on, you can knock.
The
outside light.
The outside light.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I mean, who knows? But
we could in
but definitely no yeah, back up just a little bit. But definitely no jack-o'-lantern.
I don't think a jack-o'-lantern has anything to do with whether a house.
If you have the light on or jack-o'-lantern, that's how I was taught.
Oh. I didn't know about the jack-o'-lantern trick, or it's been so long.
Yeah, because you want to keep it. Some people want to keep it dark and creepy.
Oh yeah, if they're decorated Halloween style,
yeah,
it's probably pretty clear.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not happy they don't get candy, so Casey Jones puts an exploding pumpkin on his porch, which is kind of a dick move.
It's kind of a dick move because it seems like someone could get seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Because you need to put... There is definitely some sort of explosive device.
Yes. But as they're
pumpkin.
walking... Yeah,
but it just kind of gives him... No, you're okay. Kind of gives him a pumpkin gore money shot.
Just like a little spray on the face.
Just a little face spray.
Just
Probably
right on
got
the
in his
face and
hair.
chest, yeah.
Hopefully not in his eyes.
Yeah, probably not. And then they round the corner, and there's a mysterious figure peering at them.
That's definitely not Dracula.
But it is.
It's Dracula.
It is.
Specifically, it's the Bela Lugosi Dracula.
Yeah, classic Dracula.
Which is... He's a really good Dracula.
Yes.
The Bela Lugosi version and this version is a very good
Oh,
Dracula.
yeah, definitely. It was not a cheap two-dimensional character. It was really good.
Yeah,
especially when you have 4 episodes to do it.
Yes. There are a few questions I have that we're going to get into.
But, long story short, not only that, but they also have werewolves running around, or at least giant wolves.
Supposedly, the curse of Savanti Romero is in full apex right now.
Yeah, so we got mummies.
We
got vampires.
Wolves. Maybe werewolves.
Casey Jones gets bit by a vampire.
Right off the bat.
Then we go to intro.
Which I think is fucking cool.
I have a note about this.
I have a note too. What's yours?
My note is season 5 intro is cool but crude.
I put all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle openings end up being way better than the show.
Was that true? I think there was
yes.
I think there were a couple of lame things in this intro, but I like the previous intros better.
Sure, but I still enjoy this intro.
Yeah.
It kind of has a Cowboy Bebop feel to it.
It does, yeah.
Especially with the jazz. They do like some cool like low poly art for some of it. I like there's like this. It starts with like this little ooze bottle, and then you see like a silhouette of Shredder Splinter, just screaming.
Yeah,
like he's transforming.
It looks great.
I think it looks really great.
Yeah.
I think it's something that I normally don't really think about, that painful process.
Yeah, it's a traumatic experience for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And they definitely made that clear.
I mean, the turtles grew up, but presumably Splinter just transformed.
Yeah, maybe not that quick, too. It might have been it could have been extremely explosive and painful.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would definitely say for the 1987 cartoon, the intro, which I'm sure I've touched on, is
infinitely more better.
Oh yeah, because they tease you like, look at all this action that you're gonna see in this.
Yeah, but none.
You like that action, kids?
Yeah, well, you can suck it.
You can suck a dick.
But not in this one.
No, it's actually good.
This is action packed. So,
I do have a few other things.
Okay.
April in this version, and I don't remember this from the crossover, has mind powers.
Yeah. So in the crossover that we watched, there wasn't really a lot of April.
Not that I recall.
But long story short, this is building up for a few seasons. She starts being a little bit like she starts having feelings like almost like what is it? ESP. She can kind of sense danger, that kind of stuff coming.
Extra sensory perception for you laymen.
Yeah.
Lame men, am I right, guys?
Oh, burn. Sexist burn.
Get on our level with ESP.
Sexist. Anyway, so she asks Splinter to train her in the art of being a kunoichi, or a kunoichi, which is a female ninja. But through like her meditation or whatever, she starts unlocking these mind powers that she has.
I don't hate it.
Oh, I don't hate it either.
Anything that will make April a decent character to keep around and empowering to someone.
Yes,
is awesome.
Empower your audience through your characters.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're trying to appeal to young kids, then give them an actual role model and not a stupid fucking bimbo that only cares about her looks and boys.
Yes. So she can do some basic things, but she
doesn't do machines.
She doesn't do machines. She is a skilled martial artist, but not as much as the turtles. But she has these other powers.
But she can actually defend herself.
Yeah.
She's interesting, and she's not She's not vulnerable all the time.
Yeah, and she can shoot beams out of her head.
You know, being vulnerable all the time would be fine too. But it's like when she's vulnerable and an idiot, that's what's upsetting.
That is, yeah.
It's more that she's an idiot. They should hey,
This April is not an idiot.
this April is not an idiot.
Yeah.
Is basically what we're getting to. And I found it refreshing.
Yeah.
But a surprise.
So she calls the turtles. The turtles are in their lair watching a Star Trek Star Trek style show.
Yeah, she calls them stupid slunts, which was way out of left field.
I don't think I heard that.
Well, I kind of read between the lines.
Tell you. Oh, okay. What lines were those?
Between slunt and URA.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'll look for the clip.
Yeah, find the clip, put it in. I promise it's there. So if you don't see it, you got to stay up till midnight and find it.
3:28 a.m.
Well, I didn't find it.
All right, got to take the actual pizzas out of the oven.
The ones that we want to eat.
So excited. I'd have a little trick with the cheesy bread. You buy the cheesy bread, they give you the marinara sauce.
We're talking about Papa Murphy.
Yeah.
Where you are an expert.
I'm classically trained.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go expert. I'm not like master class level, but I know I have.
But you could teach us a few things.
I could teach you a few things. I know the skinny.
Yeah.
I know the skinny on the dough. My trick with the cheesy bread, it's take and bake, so it's not cooked. I take all the cheese off.
Which sounds like a bad move.
It sounds like a bad move, but I'm not finished. Then I take the marinara sauce provided, and I put that on the dough, and then I put the cheese back on.
Boom.
Boom. Cheese pizza. Really thick, crusted, and they don't really give you pizza sauce. They give you marinara sauce.
Which is maybe better.
Which is fine.
It's like hot marinara sauce already dipped.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's a much easier method. I don't like cold marinara sauce.
Me neither.
I don't understand when they give you like hot breadsticks and then cold fucking tepid sauce. To,
I hate it.
Put it in.
You know what else I hate?
It's like a what do you call a non-erect penis? A flaccid. It's like a flaccid penis.
It's just not appetizing.
To me, it's not appetizing.
Yeah, you want it hot and hard.
I don't look at a lot of penises and go like, yeah, awesome. But if I'm going to say that a penis is a handsome penis, it's definitely needs to be at least half hard.
At least. I was going to say at least half hard.
Unless you're a shower, which honestly, I feel bad for you, son. I think being a grower is where it's at.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because it's that wow factor.
Yeah. Plus, when it's done, you know it's done.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no guess. There's no guesswork.
Guess. Yeah. Because it's like, if there's
I guess the night's over.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
Anyway. Okay, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Thank
you.
Talk about the Star Trek thing.
Oh my God, what Star Trek thing?
In the show here, in the cartoon that we're watching.
Oh, the show.
They're watching a parody of Star Trek.
Yes. So LaTroy,
yes, Lieutenant Sergeant LaTroy or something
is in bed, and I don't like basically like Data.
Yes, definitely.
It's a next gen ripoff.
Yeah.
Is
I think they did a Captain Kirk in the previous season that I've watched.
Okay,
like original generation.
So it's like the next gen.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
maybe
pretty
Voyager
good.
Will be the next season.
They do. I told you this while we were watching, but they do that every season. It seems like the first season was like Voltron, kind of.
They pick like a parody.
Yeah,
which is fun.
Yeah, and it kind of parodies the show itself, like the episode.
This one extremely caught me off guard.
Okay, like that sentence.
Yes. You can keep it all. I don't care.
Oh,
I'm not ashamed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited. Basically, like Data's like punching in a computer. It's like, sir, I don't think his body can sustain the blah 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 blah.
What's wrong with him, Mr. Gigabyte?
Intriguing, Captain. Lieutenant Latour has been infected by a xeno-wolf virus. Unless we can stop the infection within the next star hour, by my calculations, his transformation will be permanent.
Captain, what are we going to do?
That's kind of a Carl Sagan voice.
Oh, okay.
Billions and billions of stars. And basically they come to the conclusion that, well, we just have to fucking kill him.
So they just shoot him with a laser gun.
But it's not just like pew and he's gone. It's like they take their phaser out and just hold it on him.
And he's writhing
And
in
he's
agony.
writhing and like
And Data's freaking
a
out.
glow. And he's like, ah, blah, 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 blah. And they just like hold it on him.
There's only one humane way to stop this virus and prevent him from turning into a space wolf. Lieutenant LaTroy must be destroyed.
And for like 5 seconds, that's all they're watching on TV.
Just the death of this man.
Yeah, and I'm like, immediately, I'm like, this is way better than anything we've watched previous.
Yeah, exactly.
Data just throws his hands up like Kermit.
Yeah, and just starts panicking. So
that we're already on it. Everything's already on a positive note.
yeah, the turtles are working on their costumes.
Also, might I add,
go for it.
that the voice acting, which I've also probably mentioned, is superb.
Yes,
We've got
Go for it.
Rob Paulson's
original
back.
Raph.
Yeah, and it's more like his own voice,
It's more like his own voice.
which I like.
Which original Raph was a lot like his own voice anyway.
Yeah, but it was.
It's definitely a lot like
He
he's
tries-
doing.
I think this sells it better. It feels more authentic to me.
Oh, I agree.
Like he's a real guy.
I agree. He plays Donatello.
He plays
In case you're
Donatello. Yep. Seth Green
Yep, is Leonardo.
is Leo.
Yeah.
And Basem was telling me that about that change. Apparently, they like made it canon in the story.
Yeah, where they at the end of one season, Shredder basically whoops all their ass, but really gives it to Leonardo. And he's like, he's beaten up, he's bruised, he's broken, and he like can't talk afterwards because like his throat's all fucked up. And eventually he gets his voice back, but now it's Seth Green. So they're like, am I going to sound like this forever? And he's like, probably.
Also, I don't know the voice actor, but the guy that plays Robin on like Teen Titans.
Yeah. He played one of the people from the Star Trek parody.
So many like just names that I remember. It's like it feels like the Cartoon Network Nickelodeon like
Fab
Gambit.
Five.
Yeah, which always feels nice.
Fab Force. I don't know.
The girl that plays Renette, woman that plays Renette is the same woman that played Tara in Teen Titans.
Correct.
She's also.
We had to look that up because we couldn't remember. But
I
she's
knew
from
the
Growing.
voice, but I couldn't.
Yeah, me too.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. She was in Growing Pains.
And she's also Gwen in Ben 10.
Correct.
Yeah,
Gwen Tennyson.
Tennyson had some venison, put it in her mouth, and couldn't get kissed again.
Good.
So she went to the market on a Tuesday, got real sad because she had the blues day. Then she went home and listened to Green Day. But their earlier stuff that was good before they got really political. It's catchy, but I don't necessarily agree with the lyrics all the time. And that's the end of my rhyme.
Damn, son.
It's not about how well you can do it. It's the fact that you try to do it, folks.
Damn straight.
That's the lesson of life. Show's over. Take it to heart. Don't be a fart.
Pizza power.
Peace.
So, okay, let's get into this real quick. I have a precursor. We're keeping track of some stats, but not that we're going to keep in the permanent
Yeah.
bibliography of stats that we're keeping.
We wanted to keep track of stuff, but,
Yeah.
but because it's not really part of our show, it's just kind of a bonus we're
not
throwing
canon.
in for you guys. Yeah.
So we're keeping track of pizzas. We're keeping track of when people say Cowabunga or Booyakasha.
Basically the Mikey catchphrase.
Yep. And then any fourth wall breaks, which, spoilers, we didn't get any.
Didn't get none. There was a close one, but not one that I would want to count.
Correct. Let's talk about this, what's happening.
Let's talk about what happened. Turtles are getting ready for a Halloween.
And everything's getting fucked up. They got a call from April saying she's been being chased by Casey Jones, who is now a vampire.
Casey's turned into a vampire, and he's hunting me! Ha! Classic Casey. I'm serious. There are monsters all over the city. You have to...
They come to her rescue, kinda.
Which is reasonable.
Yes.
as they should.
And they get in a scuffle.
Do you feel like she was too quick to say vampire?
No, because she saw him get bit.
It does elicit...
And then his eyes glue.
Yeah. It
Glowed.
it does elicit a response.
Yeah, definitely.
What's interesting about this, though, is like in some... So it's always like if you're going to have a movie about zombies, it's like the first question is like, all right.
Do we call them zombies?
Well, I would go further than that. In this universe, are we going to accept that people know what zombies are? Have zombie movies existed?
I hear you.
Or is this a brand new disease, these people, and no one's ever heard of this? And we got to start from scratch.
I think that's a stupid way to drag on an exposition of like a show.
Fair enough, but I feel like that is a question.
But
that
it
has
is a
to be
question.
asked.
Yeah. Obviously, in this one, they know what vampires are. And it's part of the universe.
Yeah, getting to my point, not only do they know what vampires are, but vampires are not like a TV Hollywood thing.
There
actually
was a Dracula.
Yeah, they literally go back in time.
Spoilers.
Well, yeah. Sort of.
And they see, like, they
stop Dracula. There's a mummy's curse. Like
there's a Frankenstein monster.
It's not
like it's
movie
historical
magic.
facts.
They're historical facts, yeah.
Which is weird.
So I guess because it is part of an actual timeline.
3 episodes ago or whatever, we had Rondo and his bullshit where they had to make these fake monsters appear out of movies. They could have gone with that shitty route, but instead they're like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's just which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
I
as
don't
long as
need
it's
to be
done right.
sold. Just like pick a direction and go with it. That's all I ask.
That's right.
So I guess I'm kind of redacting what I was saying earlier. She would know that it's a vampire.
Yes.
Because it's not like she read it in a comic book and like she's making a guess. It's like, oh shit, this vampire plague that humanity has already stopped is now back.
Correct.
Which adds a whole nother level of
like, where's that
fear.
story?
Yeah. And we kind of get that story.
Yeah. So after they kind of like beat Casey a little bit, there's way more people who are vampires, including Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown's a vampire. Yep, rapist Charlie Brown.
And man, they turn the corner and now there's wolves after them, and there's a head like werewolf guy. They get chased down by
steampunk electric Frankenstein guy.
Frankenstein, and April gets turned into a vampire as well.
Yay!
And she starts trying to seduce/hypnotize Donnie.
I can make all that fear go away. Just one bite.
Get it together, man!
Yeah.
Which is like, that's a thing in this series. Well, yeah, Donnie is like, has a crush on her.
Would you turn into a vampire to get banged by April O'Neil?
I mean, not this 15-year-old April O'Neil.
She's a vampire, though. Now time doesn't matter for her.
You know, that is true.
Yeah. Also, she's under control from a master, so really, you're not even...
I'm having sex with the master.
Yeah, not April.
See, okay, now that means that I would be April's thrall if she bit me.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking that she probably wouldn't actually bang you.
Yeah, like...
It's really more of like...
whatever Dracula wants.
She's like, I'll let you bite me if I can bang you. And she's like, excellent, I'm just going to bite you first. And you're like, that seems fair. Then as soon as you're bit, you're like, fuck, I'm a thrall now.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it, I guess.
And now I don't have... Well, right, because now you don't have thoughts about getting
banged.
Yeah. You want to get someone fanged.
And the way vampires work in this universe that we're setting up is it's like a pyramid scheme. So Dracula's the original, right? And then
you mean
turns
multi-level marketing.
Multi-level. I didn't want to be offensive. Multi-level marketing, my bad. Dracula has 2 zombies, right? He bites 2 people. Those 2 people each bite 2 people. And those people bite 2 people. Those people bite 2 people. So April...
They call that the downstream.
The downstream. Now the upstream is that Dracula has control over literally everyone in that pyramid. Sorry. Triangular-shaped group of individuals. Now, if April bites Donatello, April is Donatello's master.
Are we sure? Because it seems to be more of like almost more like a hive mind. Like he's in control of all of them.
Well, because he's the original.
Yeah.
So he can literally control and see everything that they've all seen.
I haven't seen April like really. I guess I didn't notice her taking control of anyone. So I wonder if that's a power the thralls get.
She maybe didn't bite anyone.
Okay.
We don't know because she's not a permanent vampire.
They have hypnosis powers.
They have hypnosis powers. Now,
April's super scary, by the way.
yes. What was I saying? If you kill Dracula, it kills all of them. Or it shuts down all of them, turns them all human.
None of them are thralls anymore.
Yes. Now, if you kill April, Donatello wouldn't be. So that means now that Casey Jones is owned by that random woman that bit him. And then Casey Jones owns April, and April O'Neil owns whoever. So really, all they got to do to free their friends is to stake that woman through the heart. By that first
woman,
bit,
you mean
Casey.
April?
No, the first bit, Casey.
Are you sure it downstreams like that?
I'm pretty sure. That's kind of like how I got it.
I'll roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the only example we have of that is towards the finale here.
Yeah.
Spoilers, turtles win.
Yep.
We'll get in on
That's
that
okay.
later. Talk about that later. That's okay.
Now, Michelangelo has a garlic and anchovy with extra garlic pizza in his pocket, so he just throws that at Casey Jones.
I got it! A vampire's worst enemy? Garlic anchovy pizza with extra garlic! Gross, dude!
Did you notice that the extra garlic
Was literally a clove of garlic unpeeled.
it's just an unpeeled fucking head of garlic.
Yeah, just head.
jammed
into the cheese.
Jammed into the fucking cheese.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking alien would you have to be where it's like...
You think that's how you do
I'm
it?
going to have pizza shop.
Yeah. Okay. You've set this up after months.
Yeah,
you open the pizza shop.
I'm in the restaurant. I own the pizza shop.
Hello. I'd like to
Hi.
order a pizza. Are you guys open?
Yes.
Great. Do you have any specials today?
Garlic pizza.
Oh, that sounds nice. Some garlic on there. Can I get some anchovies on there?
Sure.
And I really like garlic. Can we get extra garlic?
Listen, you're talking. I'm just making. I got you. Okay.
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 All right.
This is how we do it. Okay, I make the cheese pizza, and then let me grab one of these, and
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
You just, it's already, that's not cooked, though.
That's the extra garlic.
Well, I'd like more cloves on there, I think.
There's so many cloves. It's a whole head.
No, but I mean like separate and cooked. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
bite into raw garlic.
Well, this is the great part. You can just remove that and do with it as you wish. It's like buying a head of garlic from the store. You can make spaghetti.
But what I want
You
is
can
it
make
on
a
the,
shrimp scampi.
But what I want is it on the pizza itself.
It's on the pizza.
Okay, I understand. There's understanding and there's not understanding. I don't think you're understanding.
Yeah. What is other option?
I wanted roasted garlic cloves.
Roasted garlic.
Yeah, on the pizza, but then more of those cloves.
Okay, I get it. Okay, that'll be $50, please.
What? Why is that?
That's normal pizza price.
Is it?
Yes, in this area, that's normal pizza price.
I mean, Domino's down the street's like $6.
Oh, Domino's. That's not pizza, though, my friend.
What is it?
I mean, it's sludge. It's trash.
Is your pizza so good that A, you warrant that price, and B, you're so confident that a whole raw head of garlic on your pizza is still attractive?
Listen, let me level with you. No one buys my pizzas.
Okay.
So I had
Why is that, you think? What's the feedback you've been getting?
ignorant fools.
Oh, okay.
Now, to make up for that, I had to quadruple my price.
Okay. See, that's the issue, I think.
Well, no, you're not. You have a closed mind, my friend. You need to open your mind and listen.
Well, I'd like a clove
You need to
mind.
fucking listen to me.
Okay. I need you to calm down.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be ordering a pizza today.
I already made it for you.
I know, but it's not what I want, and you seem
If
unwilling.
you don't pay me, you will die.
Okay, well, here's $60. You keep the change.
Oh, thank you.
And,
Do you want pizza?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Take a bite. Try it.
I'll wait until I'm home.
No, just try a bite now.
I mean, I can wait.
Try
till
a fucking bite.
All right.
How is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's way better
It's
than
not
Domino's.
$60 good, but
No, it's definitely not
it's
$60.
a lot better than you thought it was going to be, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But, even that like raw head of garlic, not that bad.
Great.
It kind of is everything I
Okay,
wanted.
I'm done now. Get the fuck out of my shop.
Okay.
Tell your friends to come back. We have guns. Bad joke.
Yeah.
Man, that pizza. I'm so happy now because we just ate a lot of good pizza and I can't taste the jelly beans at all anymore.
Oh, I'm glad.
Can you taste it?
No.
Now I think maybe I can taste it.
Well, stop thinking about it.
I'm still thinking about it.
Tell you what, let's barrel through the plot of this episode.
Yeah, let's start talking about turtles again, huh?
So here we're taking a long time on this first one because it's a lot of setup. But basically what happens is Renette, the time traveler, finally comes to their aid
Yeah, the turtles.
through a little door-shaped portal, a square-shaped portal.
She looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She's got big boobies.
But yeah.
She's got like this rubber. I don't know.
It's like a rubber onesie.
It's not a onesie. What do you call that? Leotard.
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
rubber leotard.
Which is a onesie.
Leotard.
Stop. And
And it's got all these little like
Knobs and shit.
Tron bolts
yeah.
or matrix bolts on it.
And she's a time traveler. So she's like, hey, this is the work of Savanti Romero, that dude you helped me stop a little while ago.
It's Savanti Romero. He's behind it.
The evil time dude? I thought we got rid of that ugly jerk face.
We were like,
And then
oh no,
Savanti
shocking
Romero showed up.
revelation.
Yeah. Go figure.
Because of the title.
Yes. But I was still confused because Savanti Romero is not magical. You know, he's just a guy.
Is
A time traveler, but still.
do you know him outside of the series?
No, I don't.
Okay, but you've seen the first like 3.5 seasons, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
we
this-
had that conversation.
Yes, exactly. So the idea is he was banished back in time in the last time we saw him, and she went to check on him and he got the jump on her and stole one of her time machine grenade things, like it's an emergency exit button. And it's got a few charges. Enough for him, I guess.
For those at home that know World of Warcraft or Warcraft at all, we don't have to be specific.
Yes.
If Illidan fucked an orc
Yes.
and then a wingless orc-like Illidan came out of that pregnancy,
With like hooves and shit.
yeah, cloven feet, the horns,
Yeah.
you would basically have Savanti Romero.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And it's revealed that he went back in time and basically
He was banished back in
recruited.
time.
Well, no. I mean,
before this.
yeah.
Great. Okay, you give that backstory.
No. This isn't backstory. This is now story.
Oh.
That this is all happening because he managed to get the jump on Renette.
Yeah, can
And-
I talk about that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So, apparently this is a running gag that I'm not aware of, but Renette, bless her heart, does the best she can, but it's not quite good enough.
Yeah, she's clumsier.
Well, they got Romero, Spamanti Romero. Love that ice cream. Got him banished to the
Cretaceous
period. Like,
which is the most dangerous of the periods.
yeah, there's no technology. He can't do much.
Oh, I mean, the dinosaurs are the most dangerous.
And there's dinosaurs, but I mean, he can't run into like a building downtown to protect himself
Yeah.
either. There's nothing. It's plants and dinosaurs. Is that what happens when a dinosaur gets like a blister? It gets a dinosaur.
I thought you were going to say when like a pterodactyl can fly, it's a dinosaur.
Ooh, yeah, nice. That was good teamwork.
Thanks. What were you saying about the
So
Cretaceous?
he's in the Cretaceous period, hanging out like, oh, I'm trapped for eternity, I guess, because by the time, technology catches up, I'm gonna be dead from age.
Probably.
Maybe, I don't know. But Renette's like, oh, okay, well, I'll go back and check on him and make sure he's miserable.
Well, Lord Simultaneous, her boss, asked her to.
Bad move.
Because
Bad mo-
almost immediately he's riding a T-Rex. He's got a run of the land.
Right, and then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm taking your time thing. Bye.
Yeah. And she doesn't have time to charge her staff, which is her time travel device. So she's like stuck on limited number of time things that she can do.
And she will not shut up about
Every
it.
other damn sentence is, I don't know, my staff is almost out of power, blah, blah, blah.
I was worried the time scepter wouldn't have enough power. I should have known all that time travel would drain the scepter. I don't know how many charges the scepter will have left. It's running low on power. I have to conserve. There's only one time travel charge left on the scepter. This will completely depower my staff. But we've got to stop Savanti. Not to mention the time scepter is running super low on power. Too bad it's out of power.
The turtle's like, can't you do a thing?
I can't, it's too low on power, I need to save up.
I'd love to, but I need the power.
So Savanti Romero apparently succeeds.
I don't get why they couldn't just leave him there
Where?
in the Cretaceous period
Oh,
and just trust that.
that it's a Cretaceous
Like,
period?
don't they have some sort of like time measurement where they can like see when people are fucking with time?
I would assume.
Like, couldn't they just look at the radar and be like, yep, hasn't left yet?
Yep, still nothing weird. Yeah.
It's like, let him have the T-Rex. Who cares?
Yeah.
He can rule the Cretaceous period. Actually, that might be real bad. In hindsight, that's a real fucking bad idea.
Honestly, just
Because if he's literally changing the past,
yeah,
that's a paradox.
it is. Here's my thought on that.
Tell me.
The idea is you put him in the Cretaceous period so he does no harm and just dies.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're sentencing someone to a literal life sentence, you're sentencing him to death. And there's no appeals process, right? Like we know it's him, blah blah blah. Put him in the sun.
Sure, or another dimension.
Just somewhere
Where he literally can't affect anything important.
Exactly. And here's the other thing. From a time master's perspective, being here is already affecting the future. Like, this is the past. Just because that's further in the past doesn't mean it's safer or more dangerous. It's always going to be millennia behind, millennium from now.
Either way, he's still going to be affecting the timeline.
Yes.
You fucking idiot.
So if anything, put him forward in time to the end of the universe,
Sure, yeah.
where he literally can't affect anything.
Yeah, where it's the reverse problem. It's like reverse Cretaceous. Should have done that.
Yeah.
It's a real Nickelodeon shit. That joke brought to you by Basem.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
I said it, you wrote it down, and I'm glad you used it.
I wrote it down. I didn't know how I was going to use it. And I'm
But
like,
you
I just
found
have to
a way.
get it out.
You found a way.
I was like, maybe I should save it. And I'm like, just
Fucking do it.
We got it. Let's use it.
Let's use it. It's gold.
Let's use it.
It's gold. He jumps to the past to what's happening? Oh, sorry. He won.
Oh yeah, easily, handedly.
He won. It's now their job to travel back in time and stop it from ever happening.
Right.
Essentially.
Basically, he's resurrecting this monster army through time, and the turtles have to go back in time which is weird because technically Romero's going forward in time.
Well, yeah, so apparently the first stop he made, this is not the Savanti Romero that she just left, this Savanti Romero is not the same one that just left the Cretaceous.
Yeah, not just, but it is the same, but it's the future one. It's weird. So it's like we see part of the ending, and then we go back and we through the 4-part arc, and we catch back up, and then we get a finale.
We get back at the beginning.
We get back to the beginning, yeah.
Yes. So this Savanti Romero is the future one that's already won. He's already done his plan. He's brought the monsters back from the past and has affected the world and the city.
So they got to go back and make it so it didn't happen.
Go back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Well, they got to get back to the past, Samurai Jack.
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 So Renette opens a portal and throws him through it.
Can I talk about one of the powers we're first seeing of Romero?
Sure.
So
He has an impenetrable force field?
Yeah, I called it a sticky bubble.
Yeah. Because they kind of stick to it before being thrown away?
They literally just stick to it. That's it. It's like a force field, but if you put things to it, it just sticks.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that made me so happy. But I mean, force fields, like you think of them as just like...
Oh, I know force fields.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know force fields.
Yeah.
I'm more like the U at like the U at home.
Yeah. Oh, the royal U.
The royal U. And
The royal
in case
force
you don't
field.
know force fields, most of them aren't physical.
Yeah.
Like they just repel.
Yeah.
But this one, doesn't repel.
It's literally a field.
It stops and it sticks.
Yeah.
It's a sticky bubble.
Yeah.
I was just thinking all the applications. Like, what if you could make like a cork board?
Oh, yeah.
Like a message board out of it?
Uh-huh. Or you can drop all your change on the ground, just roll over it. All the change just sticks to the force field.
Wouldn't it be easier to have like a little change mat that you just take the change out of your pockets and drop it
Well,
on?
I am assuming it fell.
Because it sounded to me like
you broke a roll of quarters and it fell all on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe just picking it up would be easier
Maybe.
than making a sticky bubble and then rolling around and then having to like meticulously pick off each quarter from the sticky bubble.
I figured then after that you could like kind of like go over like open a bag and like they'll drop
you get like
in.
a lint roller
Yeah.
just to remove the...
It's a giant lint roller essentially. Oh, you can just clean your house so easily. You just roll around your carpet and then you go outside and just drop all the dust outside.
You know what my favorite game is? Katamari Damacy.
You like that game a lot?
I do like that game.
It's a good game.
I think that this technology would be the first step in making that dream a reality.
That's true. That's true.
Just fucking roll it up. Start sticking, man.
Yeah. So the first place that Savanti Romero went was to ancient Egypt, because now it's revealed that basically the pharaoh, the mummy, is going to be the first big baddie.
Woo! He's a cool mummy.
Which is super fucking cool.
Yeah.
So they go into the pyramid and they go through all these booby traps. Any of them stand out to you that you want to talk about real quick?
Not really.
Yeah. So
there's a part where there is a part where like the ceiling's coming down. They're like, we're gonna be Swiss cheese, but then they easily move between the spikes. And I'm like, so they're just gonna be crushed by the walls. So I'm like, well, you're not really making Swiss cheese anymore. You're making more of like a goulash.
Yeah, you're just crushing them.
You're just gonna crush them
because the ceiling starts lowering.
Yeah.
And Mikey saves the day.
Yeah, by pressing a button. That's pretty.
That's pretty anticlimactic.
Pretty good.
But he lucked out.
It
Whatever.
happened.
Yeah. And they find out that there's actual like living mummies, like not the boss mummy, but there's like the little pawns that are running around and causing trouble and start chasing them. And they pretty much dispose of them pretty easily. They're hacking them up.
Yeah. There's gore.
Yeah, like
there's no blood or anything, but
like you literally see the insides of one of the mummies because it's cut in half. And yeah, heads are getting chopped off and limbs.
One guy gets decapitated.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining though. It was cool.
Yeah,
why can't we have more of this?
It was kind of refreshing that it was legit action. Obviously no blood or anything, but still.
They kind of do these like history lessons too. So it's like I feel like they're not only is it like action-packed decapitations, but then they're also like, we're in the actual Nile River.
Yeah, the Nile Valley, yeah, next to the Sphinx or whatever.
And then they start like just giving facts. It's like, well, you see, the mummy wrappings are just a part of the ceremony.
Yeah, but then Raph is like, shut up.
They preserved their bodies for the afterlife by removing the organs and wrapping...
Okay, we get it. Enough history lessons already. Jeez.
Yeah, and then and I was thinking, well, that's kind of a fourth wall because they're telling the audience, but then he's also telling her, but speaking for the audience. But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Definitely doesn't count.
Yeah.
That is a nod.
Yeah, for sure. So they get to the crypt of the mummy.
Before that,
yes,
the music that happens when they get to the Nile.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds exactly... one of my favorite video games, it's not actually Katamari Damacy, that was for a joke. One of my favorite actual video games, though, is Diablo 2.
Yes.
With the Lord of Destruction expansion. Holy shit.
Amazing.
I love that game.
Love it.
It's 20 years old. I still go back and play it.
So good.
There is a second act to that game that takes place in this desert called Lut Gholein.
Yes.
And the music, which is beautiful in
east.
that game. Yeah, also that too. Always to the east.
Yeah.
It sounds really similar, which made me happy.
I'll put them in.
Brought back those flashbacks.
If I can find them, I'm gonna
You
try.
could try, yeah.
Here's what the Ninja Turtle sounds like. And here's what Lut Gholein sounds like.
I think they also say like something about going east. I'm like, hey, even more so. So that's good.
Yeah.
Play Diablo 2.
Do it. They have a... Do you want to talk about when they get to the actual mummy?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, so they get to the pharaoh's tomb. And let me give you just a frame of reference, okay?
Just reference a frame.
Yeah. So we've already had a couple action sequences.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd like to point out that the final action sequence starts at around 17 minutes in, which gives us a solid like 4 minutes plus of combat, which turns out really good.
Yeah, 4 minutes, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not like one hit and it's done kind of a thing.
It's a big chunk, though. It's like...
it's an action sequence,
It's about 20% of the show is this one action sequence.
Yeah. And not to mention we had the first action sequence and the second action. Like, we've had multiple
There's
action
already
sequences.
been action, yeah.
Yeah.
Things move. It feels like things are happening.
So the mummy is like a pharaoh. He has the headdress. He has the staff with the ankh on top. And he can shoot, like, animal-shaped laser beams at people. So, like, eagles are flying around, and sometimes he makes snakes. And
I called it the Geagle Beam.
I put Eagle Ray.
I put Geagle Beam because Geagle is short for golden
eagle
beam.
Uh-huh.
So Geagle Beam.
What about the snake? The golden snake.
The snake tentacles?
Yeah.
Tentasnakes? Snake-tacles? Snake-tacles.
Snake-tacles. Later he makes snake-tacles. But right now
They're
he's
delicious.
just... Yeah, and he's like immortal. They chop his head off, nothing happens. Nothing happens. His head floats back to his fucking body, and he's good as new.
Well, even the small mummies they're killing, like they break off their hands, and the hands like walking around and shit.
Yeah, but they do end up like destroying them when they behead them, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's just like an army of mummies. I mean, they're undead. It makes sense.
Yeah. They already don't have organs.
They don't have organs or blood. Yeah, it's not.
So they knock down these giant statues on the mummy, and then they turn to face Savanti, and turns out this dude's just immortal. Like he's not gonna die. He comes straight back up.
Not today.
Yeah. He comes straight back up, and he's under the control of Savanti because he's kind of like pleaded to him. Right? Or is there more specific than that? He just kind of said,
These mortal infidels have disturbed your sacred tomb. Join me and destroy them, and the world will be ours.
They've interrupted your sleep. Sorry. They've interrupted your slumber. Let's go do some fun shit.
Yeah, they try to like plead with the mummy. They're like, hey, our bad. We totally respect you. You know, if you want to go back to sleep, it's cool. We'll see ourselves out. We know we fucked up. You know, we're taking ownership of it, which is respectable.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't.
But it's respectable.
But it's a good shot, but it doesn't work.
And the turtles are like, why can't we just do this or this or this or this or this?
Nothing
or
works.
This?
They try multiple things.
Well, it's because she doesn't have any fucking power.
Oh, yeah.
Her staff won't work.
Yeah.
She's like, we only have enough for 2 time jumps.
Yeah, so
we need one to get back.
That's right. So they jump. So Savanti Romero uses his time thing and jumps through a portal with the mummy.
Can I ask you a quick question, though?
Yeah.
Are you a time-traveling paradox wizard?
Yeah.
With a staff that requires electricity?
Yes.
Well, do you ever have the problem where you run out of electricity?
Yeah, my time staff is always running out of power.
But you're back in the past, so you can't do anything about it.
Exactly. There's not going to be a plug-in for another million years.
No.
There won't be a place to plug it in for almost 2 millennia.
Absolutely. Thank you. Just good to be validated every now and then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thanks. You want to get a beer?
I mean, I thought we're doing a thing.
Yeah, I'll take after this, though. Give me your number
All
after
right,
this.
all right.
Yeah. It's a good guy. Well, come on down, because we got battery backups and power restores and little, the bricks you plug your phone into to give it more power. You can get one.
Oh, I can just have one of those in my pocket, like a replacement battery?
Yeah, see, we have those now in 2017.
Oh, wow.
And she's from, like, the way future.
Yes, she is.
So
I guess I just need one of those.
yeah, seems real simple to me.
I mean, you're right.
Seems like if you're going to go back in time and try to stop a god who might steal your powers, might want to have a few of them around.
You make a good point, man.
Here's the great part. Ask me how much they cost.
How much do they cost?
Negligible.
Oh, yeah.
For the amount of money that you have, it's absolutely negligible.
For the amount of money you've amassed over your immortal years, it's negligible.
Absolutely. And here's
the best part. I can just pull any amount of money out of my Kronos wallet.
It's a Cronus wallet. It can produce money from any time period.
Whoa! Future tech is so rad!
sure.
And here you go, buddy.
Whatever.
You're
yeah.
rich now.
Either way.
You've made a sale.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm not gonna lie, I sell a lot of shitty stuff.
This is pretty on point.
This is really on point.
And really necessary
I'm
for
really
the situation
disappointed
we're
that you
in.
don't have one right now.
I mean, well, because it sounds good, but like,
Yeah.
what about charging issues and everything like that?
No, you just plug it in
But-
while you're fighting.
Yeah, but like, where do I charge the battery? Is it one-time use? I mean, it seems like a hassle.
You would have charged that beforehand.
But I don't know when I'm going into battle. It seems like kind of a waste of my own time.
No, you plug it in.
Yeah.
It's charged.
Uh-huh.
It stays charged.
Okay.
And you bring it with you.
I don't know. It just seems like a lot to carry around.
Seems like a lot less than like 2 staffs, though.
Well, I mean, sure. No one has 2 staffs. That's dumb.
Let me show you how big it is. This is how big it is.
I mean, it's pretty small, I guess.
That's pretty small.
But I mean, my skin-tight rubber leotard doesn't have any pockets. I don't even know where I would put this.
You could literally attach it to your staff.
I don't know.
All right. You know what? Normally, I understand it's my fault. No, this is your fault. I'm out. I'm out.
Is that where you wanted that to go?
I didn't have a really place this.
All right. Oh,
It's
the
a good
places
ending,
will
though.
go. Yes. So Savanti jumps through a time portal. The mummy is in his possession, essentially.
Yep.
And they follow.
Well, they try to follow, but the door closes behind them.
Oh.
So she has to use one of her 2 portal charges.
She's got 2 more jumps.
She's got 2 more jumps. So it's real scary. She has to use one to get to no. She has 3. She uses
used one to
right,
get to Egypt.
She uses 1 to get to Egypt.
She uses 1 more to follow Savanti
Right.
after them. Yeah.
Which we find out they're going to Transylvania.
In the next episode, which we're doing
talking
right now.
about right now.
So episode 2 of this arc is called
The Crypt of Dracula.
Yes. So they
La, la.
they show up in Transylvania 1300 AD. Now there's not just Draculae
Dracula.
and vampiruses, but
Vampiruses.
yeah, but there's also werewolves. 1 werewolf.
There's at least a they claim that everything's a werewolf, but there's only one that's like
An
looks like-
actual hulking wolf man.
yeah, wolf man guy. The others are just wolves,
Yeah, big wolves.
which could be a man turned into a wolf.
It could be, or it could be a wolf that's been like enhanced by werewolf.
He was
bites
taking
or
enhancement
something.
pills,
Could be.
performance enhancing drugs,
Yeah, horse growth hormones.
horse growth tranquilizers.
Yeah. So they land in this swamp outside of Transylvania and they have to travel because they're going to have to stop Dracula. Well, stop Savanti from going to get Dracula.
Immediately, I am a little upset.
Why is that?
Actually, immediately I'm very happy because they show a screenshot and it looks like it's like going to be a Van Helsing type thing,
Okay.
which it is, and that's fantastic. But immediately after that, she's like, "We're going to need to fit in with the locals." And they're like, "All right." She's like, "I better use some of my limited power energy staff
Yeah.
to get you costumes."
Yeah, we could be stuck here forever, but let's make sure you have trench coats and shit.
But then she gives them like weapons and shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Very specific weapons.
I get that you're walking around in a time where people expect you to dress a certain way. But I don't think everyone is walking around expecting to see like weird repeating crossbows.
Repeating stake throwing crossbows, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like walking around town with the fucking bazooka.
Yeah, it's just not
It's like people know what a bazooka is, but it definitely doesn't seem right.
exactly right. That's exactly it.
That's how I felt about it.
But that being said, pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. I'm glad that they're in the costume. I'm upset that she used her limited power. But Basem made a good point.
I made a point where it probably takes a lot less energy to make clothes than it does to bend time and space.
And defy physics.
Yeah. So I wasn't too butthurt about it.
Realistically, you're right. That
Really,
staff will probably make 1 million costumes at no charge.
I'd be more upset if she ended up making one later and like that was the last of my power. You know what I mean?
She's like she makes that judgment call for the last charge.
Yeah. Like no way. So
We're gonna die here back in time, but we're gonna die here in style.
yeah. Bow, bow, bow. So Raphael gets separated from the group and starts like running from wolves and a werewolf, and he comes across a mysterious figure in the fog.
Do you think he's just afraid of them? Because it seems like they could at least try to beat the shit out of him. To me, it seems like they could beat werewolves.
Well, he was fine with the wolves, and then the big werewolf showed up, and he kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Raphael has moments of weakness and fear. The part that makes him Raphael is that he tries to act tough behind it. You know, he's harder. He's more hard pressed to accept his own shortcomings.
Sure. Yeah.
So the other 3 turtles and Renette, they fend off the werewolves and the other wolf
Pretty easily.
And when they find Raphael, he's like unconscious and he doesn't know what's really happened.
What happened to you, bro?
I don't know. I feel woozy.
Right.
And it turns out that maybe he's been bitten by Dracula.
By the vampire.
By a vampire.
Or vampire.
A vampire. Anyway, so they at the same time, Renette has her magical staff tell her that kind people are on the road to the east.
The scepter can't diagnose it, but it says someone's nearby. Someone who emanates kindness and compassion. Maybe they can help.
People with a wholesome and gentle heart are nearby. Perhaps we could find them to assist us.
Yes.
My name is Renette. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah. No worries, Renette. I mean, we don't always get time travelers here on the show.
Yeah, but unfortunately I have to go.
Okay.
Time things, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It's my time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my period.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be here right now.
How long do those last for a time traveler?
Negligible amounts.
Okay. Well, all right.
I'm also like thousands of years old, so I don't know why I'm still getting it, but you know.
I mean, good for you, right?
Listen, I just want to leave, and I thought that by telling you that, you wouldn't ask any
You
more
can
questions.
open a magic door and leave at any point,
Yeah,
literally
but
any point.
I didn't want you to think I
You
was
can
rude.
literally do that
I
at
don't
any point.
want to be rude, though.
But now you're being rude.
Yes.
So leave.
Okay.
Cranston.
Yep, I'm back.
Hey, buddy. Let's
That
talk
seemed
about this.
cool.
Oh, she is
She had
cool.
big boobies. I like
nice,
her. I like.
giant leather-clad boobies.
Oh, I thought it was more like a rubber like leotard.
You'd think that.
It looked like that, but
It-
you know it's leather.
No, I think it is rubber.
Oh, all right.
I just had leather in my head. I don't know why.
Leatherhead.
Anyway, okay, let's talk about Dracula.
He's cool.
Yeah.
I love Dracula. He's my favorite character.
There's this part where they are, they happen upon this carriage on the road, and it's Dracula in the carriage, right?
Yes.
But he's like really well written and really well voice acted and really has some depth.
Actually reminds me of like the Bela Lugosi version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like very like he's not just a monster.
Yeah,
he's
he
very
has- yeah.
intelligent person. Yeah.
Plus, I also like kind of throughout the story, we learned he doesn't really give a shit. He's not really upset until people either start attacking him or start trying to subjugate him.
Yeah.
Like that's when he's like, "All right, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah. Time to show you my full power.
My full power."
So they meet up with, I think it's like Esmeralda and her dad, Borko. I don't know.
Borat.
Some dude.
My wife.
My name is Volko, and
This is my daughter, Esmeralda. We are travelers looking for work.
He has a wolf's bane necklace on to repel vampires and werewolves.
My necklace of wolfsbane keeps both vampires and werewolves away from me.
Do you have two? Or can I have one?
No, he only has one.
You got another one of those for me?
No.
It's really so that he doesn't turn into a werewolf because he's the werewolf.
He's a werewolf.
He's the werewolf.
He's the werewolf.
So the wolves kidnap him and remove the wolf's bane from his neck.
Yeah.
Also, the headless horseman comes after them, which is really out of left field.
You know what's interesting? In the moment, I didn't really question it.
Nah.
But now that you're saying it out loud, I absolutely am.
So what happens is they went there because Raphael got bit. They know he's turning into a vampire, and they thought maybe these kind, compassionate people can help him. They can't, but that's okay.
They panic.
They panic, yeah, which is fair.
It's reasonable.
And as they're traveling down the road, they notice that behind them in the dark, two nightmare horses and the headless horseman with a jack-o'-lantern head is chasing after him.
Like throwing his fucking head and shit.
Yeah.
Screaming.
And
it's like, first of all,
that's crazy.
Wrong area. I don't think Headless Horseman was Transylvania.
Definitely not.
I also don't think it was like in the 1300s. I think it was way later than that.
I think so too, because it was like in America, right?
I thought so. I thought it was like colonial times.
It's an America, yeah. So like 1700s, 1800s.
Yeah. You know what that shows though? It's like, I'm happy to just see that as an oversight. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you try to make it just interesting and cohesive, that's all I want.
Yeah. I mean, that part is a little weird, but I mean, we can chalk it up to time travel or whatever. It literally doesn't matter.
Oh, we should do a mini pizza power. We don't have to make it official, but how many Cowabungas or Booyakashas do we have in the first episode?
2 Cowabungas.
Excellent. And a pizza?
We had garlic and anchovy with extra garlic, and we had chocolate marshmallow pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this one.
Yeah, now we're back to this episode.
Whatever. Anyway, so the carriage gets tipped over. Borko gets kidnapped, and he comes back later as the werewolf. They don't know he's the werewolf yet. They fight.
I remembered my Diablo 2 reference.
Go for it. This is from last episode.
No, it's from this episode.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole go east
go
thing.
east.
Like, we should
always
go
east.
east. Yeah, always
Yes.
east. That's absolutely from...
Because Dracula warns them, don't stay here, go east.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
That's the thing. You're right. He just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want to deal with this.
That's exactly right.
I'm bored of you already. Also, we didn't talk much about the Cronus wallet. We kind of mentioned it.
Yeah,
she uses it on those gypsies.
Yeah, she pulls out like 4 gold coins. That's a lot of money. And Donatello's
I've never seen so much gold.
Yeah. And Donatello's like, what's that? And she goes, it's a Kronos wallet. It lets me pull out currency from whatever time period I want. Okay. That's awesome. So money is useless. Now, presumably that's something that only time travelers get. Like licensed by the Time Master Force or whatever, right?
I presume...
That can't be the common thing.
Here's my theory. I presume that in the future, everyone is like evolved to like kind of this world peace mechanic where basically people don't need currency anymore.
So time is the currency.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding.
Or it's like you do your bit and you get taken care of.
Yeah.
Like everything is so easily sustainable, they don't care. It's just like, yeah, you have some
we
food,
can
man.
grow food immediately.
Yeah, it's like just have some. You press the button and food comes out, man. It's like we build it from molecules.
You don't need to work for food, so why? Yeah, just have it.
Exactly, yeah. So the wallet is basically created after that to basically just deal with back in time shit. Because nobody cares about gold anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we can just generate gold. Like anyone can just have gold if they want it.
Yeah.
I think it's a trivial technology.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's like a parlor trick.
Kind of. It's just like they have the technology, but they are so advanced that they don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, we literally don't need gold. We have an unlimited supply.
Fair enough. I can dig it.
Dig it.
I've dug it.
I want to watch you do it.
Let's talk about what happens in here. So, Savanti Romero enters Dracula's castle. And he starts basically saying, hey, you work for me now.
So, after all these years,
Diablo has come for me.
yes, Drac, that's exactly who I am. And if you do not obey me, I will take you back to the netherworld now and forever.
And Dracula's like, what do you think? I'm some kind of bitch? What do you have? I'm all powerful. I can turn into mist. I can turn into bats.
Yeah.
I have flight. I can do this. I can hypnotize. I can do this. I can do this. I can do that.
And I'm an excellent chef.
Well, I have a UV light on my wrist.
Yeah, so he pulls out his wrist thing, and it has UV light, which
Devious power.
it starts burning him. Now, this
Release
is
me from your hold.
this is coupled with the fact that Dracula thinks that he's literally the devil.
Go on.
Because he looks like a demon, and he like exclaims to him like, "You've already, you already made me this way."
He thinks Romero is a demon.
Yes,
Or is
yeah.
the devil?
Yeah,
I thought you were saying the vampire thought he was that himself is the.
Oh no.
Like that seemed like a stretch. Yeah, he assumes because he has like time travel powers and like knows everything about him already,
and can make UV light out of his wrist.
right?
That he's the devil. So he starts torturing Dracula until he's like, "All right, I'll let you be my boss."
Which seemed like kind of a cop out.
It was pretty quick, but it's obvious that that's gonna come back.
Yeah, it just seems like he didn't try to really use any of his powers on him. It's like, yeah, that hurts when you have the UV light on me, but as soon as the light's off, it seems like he'd be like, boom, like, trying to fucking.
Maybe, but I mean, like, okay, so Dracula got his powers from Satan, right?
Sure.
Now Satan is back, and he's like, "Hey, you're working for me now because I need you." And then you're like, "No, fuck you! You did this to me. My wife, blah blah blah."
He's like, I don't care. I have power over you.
Yeah, I don't care. Here's your flesh is burning.
You're now on fire.
Yeah, so fucking deal with it. Yeah.
So he just kind of accepts it.
Yeah. Kind of tricks himself.
Yeah, I get that.
It's parlor tricks. But there you go.
He probably doesn't get that feeling very often either.
Yeah, he's pretty self-assured. It seems like
he's been good in this castle for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. No threats. Later, so the turtles happen upon the castle, or they get to the castle, but the werewolf is guarding it. And then Esma kind of tells them that, no, wait, don't fight my dad. My dad is the werewolf. It's my dad.
Please don't kill my dad.
Borko. So Michelangelo's like, hey, wait, give me a silver coin out of your Kronos wallet because that'll cure him. And then he like flings the coin into the werewolf's mouth.
Swallows it.
And he swallows it, and he turns back to human.
I'm a man again.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah. There's a great part earlier where Borko...
I'm glad that we've accepted this name.
Was that really? What is his real name?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I figured you just knew.
Nah.
I just trusted you.
Thanks.
So Borko...
Yeah.
Borko the dog.
Yeah.
Barco. So Barcode... and the turtles are in the caravan, basically heading east. And they're like, don't you have a cure to stop Raph from turning into a vampire? And then he's like, no. And then my first thought is like, yeah, you take a stake right now and you drive it through his fucking heart. No vampire!
You done, son.
You done. That's the end.
But, like, I guess they don't do that.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's whatever. It's whatever. But Dracula does get stabbed through the foot.
Ow.
With a wooden stake. Well, and the real issue is Raphael's also watching Dracula's back because he's turned into a vampire by now. He's not full-fledged because he needs to drink blood to be full-fledged.
But he's got some powers.
But he is enthralled. Yeah, he does have super strength.
He's no longer an ally to the turtles.
Yes. When they finally get down and confront Romero.
By the way, what's her name? Raventi?
Renette.
Renette has a awesome like Joan of Arc thing going on right now.
She does. Yeah, it's like braided around her head like a halo.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's like she's wearing armor too. It looks cool.
Yeah. There's a pretty cool fight scene at the end of the episode where Dracula and Raph and the mummy, Dracula, Raph, and the werewolf are just fighting underneath Dracula's tomb, and there's skeletons everywhere and busted open coffins and shit.
Did you notice that some of those skeletons had
vampire teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a dead vampire graveyard.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It was real crazy.
It's very graphic.
I think the word is pronounced oubliette. Do you know what that is?
No.
Some churches or like towers would have this room, which was basically just a hole that went down like 50 to 100 feet and had spikes at the bottom. And whenever they're like, well, we don't want you to live anymore, they just throw them in the fucking oubliette.
Fuck, it saves so much time.
Sometimes they're just holes, but the thing is, they don't give a shit because it's like you're not climbing out of the hole.
That's exactly right.
They just fucking leave you in there until you die.
Yeah, they don't send you back to the Cretaceous period where you can like annihilate humans.
Right. So I don't know where that came from, but it was like a skeleton oubliette.
Well, there you go.
It was like a vampire oubliette.
The Mummy.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you're seeing it. The Mummy does this.
Seriously, pick a different screen.
Sure.
Perfect.
The Mummy does this thing where he finds Borko,
Ugh.
and he psychically like holds him, and then he rams his arm down his throat.
His whole fat fucking arm with
Yeah.
all of his stone bracelets and shit.
Yeah, like up to the fucking elbow.
Past the elbow.
And he pulls his hand out and he drops the silver coin out of his hand. He literally picked it out of Borko's stomach.
He reaches into Borko's body through his mouth, takes out the silver coin, and Borko turns back into Borko the Wonder Dog.
Yes. And he's
Borko the Wonder Wolf.
And he's now on the side of evil again and starts kicking ass.
Hey, if anyone out there wants to make us some Borko the Wonder Wolf sketches, we'll do merch with it.
Yeah, do that. Anything else you want to talk about in this episode?
Well, there is a part where Leo tries to use the weapon that he got from Renette.
Donatello.
Man,
Staff?
yeah, it's very confusing because Donatello and Leo look very fucking similar. Like
their masks look very similar.
So
color-wise.
I'm not used to seeing them. Physically, they're different, which is a nice change.
Yeah, their faces are different. Their body types are different.
It's not a palette swap like it was in the 80s. But I don't really know what I'm looking for. But so, okay, Donnie apparently has this staff, and it's like a holy staff that you can use as a charm against Dracula. And then he holds it up to Dracula and basically goes, "Back, you foul beast!" And then Dracula, instead of like grabbing it and fucking snapping it in half or punching his fucking face in or biting him, he goes, "No! That doesn't work that way. You have to do it this specific way. Let me teach you.
You have to have faith for that to work on me.
First, you have to believe with all of your heart that this holy symbol will defeat me. Really, really concentrate on that. And once you feel that, you need to hold it up, and it's all about confidence, man." And then he's like,
"But it's also all in the wrist.
It's all in it's like this. Let me show you." No. You turn around. I'll hold your hand. Yes, like it's the follow through. Yes.
The follow through.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
yes.
our hips feel good together.
Yeah. Ooh, that just works. That feels good. It feels right.
You feel that? You feel that?
Do you feel that? You
Anyway,
smell that?
Donatello is told by Dracula, oddly enough, that the staff only works if he has faith in it.
Yeah.
And it's not like a cross. So it's not specifically a specific faith.
It's like a jeweled.
But I mean like for Nickelodeon reasons. It's not like a
you think
Christian
so?
cross.
I thought, I figured general holy weapons.
Yeah, it's very generic.
Remind me of paladin shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So eventually he makes it work. He's like, I'm gonna try it, and he believes in everything. And then
I'm gonna think about my brothers and how much confidence I have in them, and it's gonna help me use the staff. And then he uses it,
and it works.
And it fucking works. And I'm just like, Dracula, shut the fuck up. Just be like, your tools have no use here, and then like slap him away,
and then
make him think that it's a worthless piece of junk.
Exactly.
Don't be like, if you really want it to work, you just have to believe it's true. Like this. Ah!
Good job!
I believed in you. Ah! That probably helped you with the staff.
We had faith together.
It was gorgeous.
Savanti Romero opens a time portal, takes the Wolfman, Dracula, the Pharaoh, and Raphael, who is under Dracula's control, through a portal in time.
I have who I came for, and more. Let us go, my monsters!
He took Raph!
And my father. What will become of him?
We gotta follow.
Yeah.
Poof. And
I only have one charge left. We need to use it to go back home, but everything's doomed. We have to use it.
We need to do
follow.
it no matter what. Yeah.
Like, fine, all right, we get it. Just do it.
So
we're all doing our best here. That's the important thing, is that we're trying.
Yes, exactly.
You got to try. You got to do anything in these situations.
Think it'll work out.
It might not work out.
It might not, but it might.
But you got to try.
So they travel 500 years into the future to 1818 in Germany to Castle Frankenstein.
We're in Germany in the year 1818, and that, turtle companions, is Frankenstein's castle.
And that's where the episode ends.
Dun, dun, dun. And that concludes part 1 of our 2-part spooky spectacular.
Pizza power!
I fear we didn't really need a pizza power.
All right.
I was kind of just doing a...
Mini pizza power. They had one booyakasha. That was it.
Hooray!
So that's part 1 of our 2-part.
And that concludes part 1 of our spooky 2-part celebration. Ooh.
Join us next week.
Join us next
for
week.
For the exciting finale.
For the conclusion. With us.
Boosome.
Check out the links below to find us or contact us. You can visit our Patreon if you want us to eat more disgusting pizzas.
Fair enough.
I have a love-hate relationship because I don't want to do it. But I want to make you happy.
It's a very abusive relationship.
It's very abusive.
Oh my God.
Abusey, I love you. Before we go, I gotta say a little thing about Matthew Rowe Batman.
Oh God, Church, what are you doing here?
Matthew Rowe Batman is the worst Batman of all the Batmans I've ever seen.
What are you talking? Who is this person you're talking about?
He donated $5
okay.
to us so we could say some nice things about him. But I checked out IMDb and I could find no information on him.
Because it's not a real it's not Batman. That's Matt. He's
Matthew
one of our
Rowe Batman.
He's one of our Patreon donors.
Rowe Batman's the worst Batman I've ever heard. It's like Robitussin and Batman. What's he gonna do? Batman has a cough. You have a cough and Batman comes down and like have some Robitussin.
That would be a wonderful thing for him to do for public relations.
Yeah, but it's lame. Need to be fighting supervillains like the Jokin and the Riddle-Off.
Church.
Yeah.
First off,
yeah.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. Second off, Matt is a wonderful human being who has decided to give us money, and his wife really likes you.
Likes who?
Likes you.
All right. Well, if Mrs. Batman wants to give me a call,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. but we'll do
No.
it.
You're not coming on to one of our Patreon donors' wives.
I'm gonna be coming on her.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
That's not. You're supposed to be ashamed
It's
when I
gonna
say
get
that.
in my fur and get all matted.
What? What is? Your own?
Yeah, the jizz.
That's disgusting.
It'll be so much.
What if it's getting on her?
I smoke crack.
I know that.
I'm out.
Get out of here.
Is that church I heard just now?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about?
He just came in to start pissing on Matt.
Oh, Matt Batman?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, worst Batman fucking ever.
God
Fuck
damn it.
off, Matt.
God damn it.
Be a real Batman and then we'll talk. Not even a real fucking Batman. He doesn't have an IMDb page.
Because he's not a Batman.
Yeah, you said that.
He's a Matt-Man.
He's the best Batman I've ever seen. Terrible Batman. I give him 1 Batman out of 10 Batmans.
That's a very low Batman rating.
It's real
A
low.
lot of non-Batmans have more than that.
He only got 1 point because of Row Batman. Good night, everybody. We love you. Turtle
Turtle power.
Turtle